A wonderful, exciting opportunity exists with making North Richland Middle School a STEM certified campus. And so first of all, I'm sure all of you are familiar with what STEM is. It's really the integration of science, technology, engineering, and math. Introduced in the early 1990s, really because business people were telling us that the new jobs, over 70% of them, were going to require STEM skills. And so it really had it came out of a lot of work with the workforce development and job creation, and the fact that we were seeing not enough students going into the math and sciences. And so if we are going to be able to have our students take the jobs that are basically available in Texas, we need to do a better job in this arena. A lot of the work that was done, Rice University, so we're really pleased that some of this was done actually in Texas, but introducing the idea of preparing elementary and middle school students for STEM. One of the things that we've learned, that if you don't start this early, then students are not getting the preparation to do the careers or the advanced studies at high school and later in the college. So you really have to start building an awareness and a foundation for math and science and technology. So looking at the 5 emerging trends, how important digital learning is, the heightened demand for career readiness, increased emphasis on application-based learning, the careers that are in data analytics is just mushrooming, and then the need to develop personal skills. These are today's 5 emerging trends, and educators need to be looking at this as we think about curriculum and instruction. So why STEM? Well, I love this graphic because what this shows us is that science seeks to explain the natural world through observations and investigation. Technology is the tool that we use to extend the learning. Engineering is the process that we want students to learn to solve problems, and math is the language. So it's the integration of those 4 contents that make the learning so rich in a STEM school. So why integrate STEM? Well, already we have Project Lead the Way in our middle schools. We have math labs. The board has been fabulous in seeing that we have science labs throughout every elementary school that, by the way, are very well equipped. And our kids are actually engaged in science. Our middle schools, we know through the bond that we have such an emphasis on providing science labs as well as our high schools. So we've already made an investment and a commitment to the importance of science and mathematics. So this particular slide shows how you have to go from a study that's just focused on one discipline all the way up to this transdisciplinary approach. And this is where the training of teachers is so critical. Teachers have been trained to think about their content. And many of our educators have never worked in industry. They have never done anything except teach school. So how to connect the learning so that students see, why do I need to learn this math? How is it going to help me in the real world? Well, this is what STEM integration does, not only for our teachers but our students, because we begin to show the connections. STEM creates this environment for learning that's built on scientific understanding with that engages students in problem solving and engineering and thinking about math as a language to explain. Now, I believe that form follows function. So when we thought about the new school, the North Richland Middle School, it was designed with flexibility, a learning environment that was very flexible. We also built into that design the importance of science labs. We have equipment that teachers are going to have through that new school. We also can have life science as well as the physical science. We thought about the collaboration, and we've designed that school so that it can support curriculum integration. Our kids are going to have flexible spaces where they can come right out of those classrooms into a collaborative area where they can work on project-based learning and do a lot of creative, innovative work. Outside each pod, they're going to have access to technology. It's going to be available for easy access to support STEM and curriculum integration. So we were thinking about how to brand this. How could we brand this new school that's going to be such a beautiful sight when you go down Ruth Snow? And so when we open this school next fall, next summer, we would like to open it as a certified STEM middle school. So what does that mean? Well, branding a school, there's things to market it, to say this is a STEM certified school. We have makerspace, and look at that beautiful Learning Commons view that students walk in and they have a makerspace back there where they can go and do creative, innovative things. We have the makerspace is where you frame a question and allow the kids to research and design. We have even partnered with our public libraries around STEM so that our public libraries are already partnering with us with makerspaces. It aligns with our Portrait of a Graduate, especially around innovative entrepreneurship. For instance, when you look at all of the areas of the Portrait of a Graduate, you can really see that STEM will empower learning. It will help our kids to be more globally competitive. It certainly will teach them to be responsible and this innovative entrepreneurship. Also, North Richland Middle School already has pre-engineering and 8th grade college and careers courses. We're partnering with local business. We want to do that, and engineering firms to sponsor things such as Invention Convention and Destination Imagination and things like that. Richland High School offers an entrepreneurship course, marketing, engineering, computer science, and health science. So we think that we could have a very strong STEM feeder system and even go into our elementaries and start really working with the idea of STEM. This just kind of shows how STEM supports each indicator of that innovative entrepreneur. I'm not going to read all this, but it's there for you. And so each middle school student at 8th grade has got to decide on their high school endorsement. And so here are the various endorsements. And I think that it's very important that we are planting the seed early about these are the careers that really will position you for the workforce. Looking at high demand, here are the high demand careers. To your right, you'll see emerging and evolving careers. These are things that we know are coming, but it's going to require students that have the skill set and the knowledge around STEM to be likely candidates. So again, our Bechtel we're very proud of the fact that they are a STEM academy. They've been recognized as TEA Certified STEM Academy. Now, this is what's involved in making North Richland Middle School a STEM certified campus. Through STEM scopes, we can train 17 math and science teachers, and then we have to pay the cost for our campus certification for 3 years. So the total cost is $29,350. I'm not coming and asking you for the money, by the way.
That's nice.
We are so proud that we have a partnership with the Hudson Foundation, and they are interested in innovative practices around STEM. So they are willing to give us $13,400 to train our teachers, and then through our budget, we are able to pick up the additional $15,950. We've also received word today that we have a very good chance of getting some additional grant money, that we are in the process of writing a grant that would possibly help us with offsetting the district cost a little bit more. So what we're really asking for tonight is just, here's the timeline that we, in order for us to, part of the training is online. The STEM Scope people come to the campus, and teachers have to learn a little, and then they have to practice it in the classroom, and the trainers come in and observe the teachers and give feedback right there. So in order for us to meet the timeline so that we can open the doors with this STEM certification, we really need to start in November, and this is kind of the timeline that we need to go by. So what we're really asking for is just the ability to move forward with recognizing the North Richland as a STEM certified, and allowing us to contract with STEM Scopes to provide this certification.